A cloud of suspicion surrounds the deaths of Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife, whose bodies were found in their Santa Fe home.
I think we just found one deceased person inside a house.
Are they moving at all?
No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody out here really quick.
Breaking at 5, we now have a cause of death following the mysterious discovery of actor Gene Hackman and his wife.
They say legends never die, but what if one of Hollywood's greatest icons left behind a mystery so chilling, so unexplained, that even the authorities couldn't provide a clear answer? Gene Hackman, a man who spent decades dominating the silver screen, captivating audiences with his raw talent, and then quietly disappearing into a life of seclusion, was found dead under circumstances so strange, so unsettling, that they've left investigators and fans alike scrambling for answers. What really happened inside his isolated Santa Fe home? Why was his wife found lifeless in a separate room, prescription pills scattered around her? And why was only one of their dogs locked away, deceased, while the others roamed freely? Coincidence? Or something far more sinister? Stay with us as we unravel the life, the legacy, and the eerie final days of Gene Hackman. On January 30th, 1930, in the quiet town of San Bernardino, California, Eugene Allen Hackman entered the world, unaware of the incredible journey that awaited him. His childhood, however, was anything but a fairy tale. Born to Eugene Ezra Hackman and Anna Lyda Elizabeth, young Gene found himself caught in the storm of a fractured home. His parents' marriage was far from perfect, and after years of tension, their relationship crumbled into divorce, leaving Gene's life in a state of constant upheaval. With no stable ground to stand on, he was forced to move frequently, never quite knowing where he truly belonged. Eventually, he found himself in Danville, Illinois, under the care of his English-born grandmother. But even with a roof over his head, one thing was painfully clear. His father was gone, and that absence left a wound that never quite healed. At just 16 years old, yearning for a sense of purpose and a way to escape his turbulent reality, Gene made a bold move. He lied about his age and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. Thrown into a world of structure and discipline, he served as a radio operator, a role that demanded precision and resilience. This experience would shape him in ways he never imagined, forging a work ethic and determination that would later become the foundation of his unstoppable rise in Hollywood. The struggle for stardom, from stage to screen. After leaving the rigid discipline of the Marine Corps behind, Gene Hackman found himself at a crossroads. He had seen the world through a military lens, but something inside him craved more, something bigger, something artistic. He took a leap and moved to New York City, where he initially pursued studies in journalism and television production at the University of Illinois. But the call of the stage was impossible to ignore. The glitz, the drama, the sheer thrill of performance, Hackman wanted in. Determined to master his craft, he enrolled at the Pasadena Playhouse in California, a decision that would change his life forever. It was here that he met another struggling actor, Dustin Hoffman. The two formed an unbreakable bond, united by their shared ambition and relentless pursuit of success. But Hollywood was not rolling out the red carpet for them just yet. In fact, the industry scoffed at them. They were mocked for their unconventional looks, dismissed as unmarketable, and told they would never make it in show business. But if there was one thing Gene Hackman never did, it was back down from a challenge. His early years in the industry were filled with small, unremarkable roles in summer stock productions and off-Broadway plays. But then came 1964, the year everything started to change. Hackman landed a part in the Broadway play Any Wednesday, and suddenly, people started to take notice. Hollywood agents saw something in him, something undeniable. And it wasn't long before he made his film debut in Lilith, 1964, acting alongside Warren Beatty. But it was 1967 that truly changed his career forever. Hackman took on the role of Buck Barrow in Bonnie and Clyde, and the world finally saw what he was capable of. His electrifying performance captivated audiences, earning him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Gene Hackman had officially arrived in Hollywood, no longer just another struggling actor, but a force to be reckoned with. The late 1960s had already proven that Gene Hackman was no ordinary actor, but the 1970s? That was the decade he became a Hollywood powerhouse. With each role, he climbed higher, solidifying his reputation as one of the most fearless and versatile actors of his generation. And then came the role that changed everything: Detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, 1971. Hackman didn't just play Popeye Doyle, he became him. His raw, no-nonsense portrayal of the tough, unrelenting detective had audiences and critics riveted. The intensity, the obsession, the unpredictable energy, Hackman poured it all into this career-defining role, and it paid off in the most spectacular way. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor, a moment that cemented his place among Hollywood's elite. But Hackman was never one to be boxed into a single type of role. He didn't just rest on his laurels. He kept pushing boundaries, delivering performance after performance that proved his range was limitless. The Poseidon Adventure, 1972. In this heart-pounding disaster thriller, Hackman played Reverend Frank Scott, the courageous leader of a group of survivors trapped inside an overturned ocean liner. He wasn't just the typical action hero, he infused the role with deep emotion and gravitas, making audiences genuinely root for his survival. The Conversation, 1974. Under the masterful direction of Francis Ford Coppola, Hackman took on one of his most haunting roles as Harry Call, a surveillance expert whose paranoia spirals out of control. The film was a psychological thriller ahead of its time, and Hackman's performance? Absolutely chilling. Critics hailed it as one of his finest, proving that he could carry a film with sheer presence alone. Second Academy Award, this time for Best Supporting Actor. At this point, Gene Hackman wasn't just a respected actor, he was a legend. Every performance he touched turned into gold, and Hollywood simply couldn't get enough of him. But despite his endless success, Hackman was still a mystery, a man who preferred to let his work do the talking. And what happened next? Well, let's just say the twists and turns of his life weren't over yet. Gene Hackman's life wasn't just about the bright lights of Hollywood. It was filled with deep personal connections, heartbreak, and the search for lasting love. In 1956, long before he became a household name, he married Faye Maltese, the woman he believed would be by his side forever. Together, they built a family, welcoming 3 children: Christopher, Elizabeth, and Leslie. But fame, it comes at a cost. As Hackman's career soared, the pressures of Hollywood took a relentless toll on their marriage. The late-night shoots, the months spent away from home, the overwhelming demands of being one of the most sought-after actors in the industry, it all created a growing distance. By 1986, after 3 decades of marriage, the couple called it quits, ending what had once been a strong union. Divorce is never easy, but for Hackman, it was a stark reminder that success often comes with personal sacrifices. But fate had one more surprise in store. In 1991, Hackman found love again. This time with Betsy Arakawa, a classical pianist who brought a new sense of peace and balance into his life. Their connection was instant, and unlike the chaos of his first marriage, this relationship was built on mutual respect and unwavering support. Arakawa wasn't just his partner, she was his companion, his confidant, and his biggest supporter. She often accompanied him on film sets, standing by him through the highs and lows of an industry known for its instability. Hackman had conquered Hollywood, but in his later years, he finally found what he had been searching for all along: a love that truly lasted. After decades of commanding the silver screen, Gene Hackman did something few Hollywood legends dare to do. He walked away at the top of his game. In 2004, without much fanfare or dramatic goodbyes, Hackman announced his retirement from acting. The reason? A mix of health concerns and a deep longing for a quieter, more peaceful life. The industry that had once been his playground now felt like a distant world, one he was ready to leave behind. On February 26, 2025, the world was left in shock. Gene Hackman, the legendary actor, was gone at the age of 95. But what truly sent shockwaves across Hollywood and beyond wasn't just the fact that he had passed. It was how he had died. Hackman was found lifeless in his secluded Santa Fe home, but he wasn't alone. His wife, Betsy Arakawa, 65, was also found dead, alongside one of their beloved dogs. The circumstances, bizarre, chilling, and full of unanswered questions. What had happened in that house? Why had they both perished at the same time? And why was one of their dogs found deceased while others remained alive? Authorities were tight-lipped, but the details that did emerge only fueled speculation. No immediate cause of death was given, and early reports ruled out external trauma. But that only deepened the mystery. Were they poisoned? Was it a tragic accident? Or was there something far more sinister at play? And then came the whispers. Some claimed Hackman had been in perfect health for a man his age. So how could he have just dropped dead? Others pointed to his past Hollywood ties, stirring up theories of a cover-up. Could this have been foul play? Could Hackman have uncovered something dangerous in his later years? One thing was certain, his final moments left the world with more questions than answers. And as the investigation unfolded, the mystery surrounding his and Betsy's deaths only deepened. The scene inside Gene Hackman's Santa Fe home was nothing short of eerie. For days, no one had seen or heard from the legendary actor or his wife, Betsy Arakawa. It wasn't until maintenance workers, growing concerned over their unusual silence, stepped inside the house that the chilling truth was revealed. Something had gone terribly wrong. Hackman's lifeless body was found in the mudroom near the kitchen, his cane and sunglasses eerily placed beside him, as if he had just set them down moments before collapsing. Meanwhile, Arakawa was discovered in a bathroom, with prescription pills scattered across the counter, a scene that raised more questions than answers. Had she suffered a medical emergency, or was there something far more sinister at play? And then, there was the dog. One of their German shepherds, a breed known for its loyalty and protectiveness, was found dead, locked inside a kennel crate in a closet near Arakawa. Why was this dog singled out? More disturbingly, how did two of their other dogs survive, freely roaming the property, while this one perished? Was it coincidence or a crucial clue? Authorities estimated that Hackman and Arakawa had been deceased for approximately 9 days before they were found. Hackman's pacemaker data provided a chilling timestamp. His heart had stopped beating around February 17th. But what caused it? The sudden and unexplained deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, sent shockwaves through their quiet Santa Fe community and Hollywood alike, with no immediate signs of trauma, poisoning, or a clear cause. Their home presented eerie details: an unlocked front door, an ajar back entrance, and dogs alive except for one, raising unsettling questions. Friends and neighbors described them as private yet kind, making their mysterious passing all the more perplexing. Speculation ran wild, with theories ranging from an accidental overdose to environmental hazards and even darker suspicions of foul play. However, forensic reports ultimately provided answers. Arakawa, 65, succumbed to hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a rare respiratory illness linked to rodent droppings, while Hackman, 95, passed from cardiovascular disease, with advanced Alzheimer's playing a role. His pacemaker data revealed he likely lived alone for nearly a week after Arakawa's passing. Toxicology results ruled out toxins, carbon monoxide, or gas leaks, confirming their deaths were natural and unrelated to foul play. As the world reflects on Hackman's extraordinary legacy, his final days serve as a stark reminder of life's fragility. Yet nothing can erase his impact as a cinematic force whose presence on screen was simply unforgettable.